Within the Euclid galaxy, the Get-controlled Atakoss-Naza system contains 5 planets orbiting a G-class main sequence star. No planet here is the same. They're immensely differing environments supporting a variety of unique tameable creatures. Mexicost-Beta's orbit brings it uncomfortably close to the system star, charring the planet's surface. Temperatures here maintain a blazing 60 degrees Celsius, rising to over 100 degrees during regular superheated storms. The rocky soil enables only the most hardy flora to grow, supporting a large vegetarian population. Feeding on the extremely fragrant grasses found scattered across Mexicost-Beta, Equusruvermae is the only flying species that risks landing on the dry ground to eat. They lack a central nervous system, their movements purely instinct-driven, always searching for an opportunity to feed. This particular Equusruvermae has been flying for most of the day in search of food. Its finely tuned sense of smell has brought it some distance away from its flock. It appears to have caught the scent of some vegetation, and after an exhausting flight, gently lands on the superheated surface of the planet to feed. Despite now being separated from its flock by many miles, excellent navigation skills allow the animal to always find a way back, no matter how far they wander. Nearby, a Cloudakea rolls across the cracked plains. A gelatinous outer shell suspends the animal's many eyes in a cooling water-like substance, protecting it from the planet's extreme temperatures as it embarks on a slightly different type of hunt. After feeding upon some solar vine, this Cloudakea is full of energy and ready to resume his lifelong search for a mate. Mating for life is no easy arrangement, and the species are incredibly picky when it comes to matters of the heart. This particular Cloudakea has encountered over 50 members of its species and turned each down, but could this one be the one? Approaching their prospective mate, each animal circle around the other, their many eyes establishing if their genetic makeup will produce healthy, strong offspring. After a few rotations, they each decide they are not compatible and part ways. This decision is not made lightly, each creature knowing they may travel many more miles before encountering another potential partner. While Mexicost-Beta is the hottest planet in the system, Uildanawyd Ihiry boasts the coldest temperatures, averaging around -80 degrees. Many species endure extreme cold to survive here, populating the land, the skies, and the seas in surprising numbers. The rarest of these creatures is the unblinking tameable flying species, Pineromus. This animal has been sleeping below the ground during the unbearably cold nights, and with dawn breaking, it ventures out to the planet's surface in search of food. Its stiff, many-muscled fins quickly warm and loosen with the exertion of launching itself into the cool air. These incredibly dexterous fins allows the animal to navigate the icy skies for long periods of time, their unblinking eyes constantly surveying the snow-covered landscape. It is searching for a herd of grazers, which it will follow for the majority of the day, waiting for an opportunity to feed on the nutrients found within their fecal deposits. When encountering another of their own species, Pineromus often engages in a breathtakingly graceful dance by way of greeting. The plains of Uildanawyd Ihiry, although brutally cold, are incredibly beautiful. The ground sparkling with the glow of local minerals, many of which are sought after as decorations for habitable bases. On Nudacere, the planet's surface is decorated with an array of distinctive mechanical minerals. Despite the inhospitable appearance of the planet, completely void of water, one tameable species does survive here. Rhinoufatasia. Coexisting in large herds, they feed on the soil-bound microorganisms in which there are plenty. Taking it in turns to sleep, they nest within communal metal structures floating just above the dusty plains. Travellers will find the Rhinoufatasia are relatively passive creatures, unlikely to acknowledge the presence of others unless they are forced to pay attention. The environment here is unique, being the only planet composed of high quantities of metal. Its hospitable weather makes travelling here easy, a basic exosuit providing ample protection for long-term exploration. The only paradise planet in the Atakoss-Naza system, Velop G13, also requires minimum protection for exploration. Occasional light rain showers the lush grasslands and forests, providing essential water for the planet's vegetation. This abundance of flora supports one of the most eccentric creatures found in the system, Solypeveleum. This fearless animal possesses incredible natural strength and fears no other creature. This strength helps them propel their tangled limbs across the grasses in search of the nutritious star bramble, which makes up the majority of their diet. These creatures are highly sought after as traveller companions due to their sweet temperament and independence. Velop G13 maintains a flourishing ecosystem, a complete contrast to its shattered moon, Atha-Beta. Following an impact with an extremely large asteroid centuries ago, Atha-Beta was pushed into Velop's massive gravitational pull, and now orbits the planet, completing one rotation every 3 years. The impact wiped out the majority of the species that inhabited the planet, leaving only the Helosittae alive. This particular animal lurks amongst the endless mounds of discarded shells, searching for the sparse grass population to feed. The poor nutrients provided by this grass is supplemented by licking mineral-rich rock deposits. This Helosittae has been lucky over the winter and has happened upon many food sources, never suffering a period of starvation. The energy this food provides enables the animal to replenish its inner nectar supplies, which are highly nutritious to the plant species. It now spends its days distributing this nectar all over the planet's soil to encourage new plant growth in the coming summer. This keeps its food source sustainable, ensuring the vast herd remains fed all year round. The diverse and somewhat bizarre creatures living on the planets in the Atakoss-Naza system each live extremely different lives. Their many contrasting biospheres offering a variety of challenges for survival. Each of the animals covered in this episode can be tamed as traveller companions, for all those that have ample creature pellets in their possession. If you have enjoyed this episode, please support our brave camera crew and subscribe to the tribe today. Have fun, stay safe, and more importantly, be curious.